Hello and welcome to Desert Island Flicks with Pearl and Dean. I'm Catherine Ferguson.
And I'm John Ridley, and I'm delighted that our guest today is the Managing Director of Wavemaker, Anna Hickey. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
So you're on this tropical island, cast away, and we would like you to select your childhood favourite film to take with you. What would that be?
Oh gosh, so there's a lot I could choose from, but I would probably say Pete's Dragon, which was a Disney film, I think, Pete's Dragon, and it was one of the first, I believe anyway, kind of combined animation and live action films. So I can remember being really amazed as a child at the fact that there was a cartoon dragon in a real film with real actors. So it's a great film. It's quite sad, I seem to remember. I think there's quite a kind of teary part in it. But it's very funny, and like all good Disney films, it's got a really good kind of musical soundtrack, some good songs that you can sing along to. So, yeah, a classic.
Let's take a look at a clip from Pete's Dragon.
I've never known anyone with a dragon. What does he look like?
Just a plain ordinary dragon.
How plain, how ordinary.
He has the head of a camel, the neck of a crocodile.
It sounds rather strange.
He's both a fish and a mammal, and I hope he'll never change.
Yeah, it's a really sad film. I've never been able to watch the whole film myself because I was 4 years old and I was at my best friend's birthday party and they showed it, and my mum had to come and collect me because I was so distraught.
Oh dear, I'm sorry I brought this in.
I know, a few decades have passed, so I should probably try and watch it again. So next question, how about your favourite cult classic?
Oh, so I had two actually, and I found out since that they're actually linked together. But Lost Boys would be my favourite cult classic. I nearly said Goonies, but which apparently were nearly directed by the same person, but in the end they weren't. I think the Goonies director went off to film something like Lethal Weapon instead. Yeah. So. Trivia. But yeah, Lost Boys is such a brilliant film. So I can really, I must have watched that numerous times as a child. And I think I was probably about 11 or 12 or something when it came out. And I can remember it was the first film that felt a little bit sort of risque. It was a little bit scary, a little bit sexy. There was really good soundtrack with The Doors and In Excess, I think. Yeah. And it was the first film where there was a really good kind of lineup of young sort of teenage boy actors, the two Coreys and Kiefer Sutherland, I think. And yeah, I mean, just a brilliant film. I think still is really highly regarded these days, and maybe the first like vampire-y kind of film, film in that sort of genre.
Because we've had things like Twilight since, but they just don't compare. I mean, I actually watched it. I watched Lost Boys a couple of weeks ago, and it's still so cool.
Yeah, it's a really great film. It's just kind of got everything in it, I think. And I seem to remember reading that a lot of the actors who were in that film, it was their sort of first platform, so they really took off after that. So yeah, it was a kind of groundbreaking film, I guess.
Definitely, and as you say, a brilliant soundtrack. Yeah. So let's take a look at The Lost Boys.
I told you to stay off the boardwalk. Okay, boys, let's go.
Oh, and how young does Kiefer Sutherland look in that clip? Crazy. So your next film is your guilty pleasure.
Yeah, so I absolutely love the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I can remember really well when all three films came out, and I was living in London at the time, and our nearest cinema was the big one in Greenwich. And I think we went to see the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, and then Two Towers came out, and I got a lift with my friend to go and see the film. And we got stuck in really bad traffic, and I literally had a complete meltdown in the car because I thought we were going to be late and miss the start of the film. It was ridiculous. I've never been that angry, I don't think, in my whole life. But it was just, they were so groundbreaking at the time. the special effects, the kind of drama, the event itself of the films coming out was just really, I mean, I don't think I'd ever experienced anything like that, the anticipation leading up to those films. And I mean, they're on TV now all the time, aren't they? They're constantly being replayed, but every time I'm like, oh, brilliant, it's on again. So I really could watch it time and again, and I just think they're just great.
And if you had to pick your favourite one from the three?
I would probably say The Fellowship, because it was the first one, and I think there was such high expectation it didn't let us down, it didn't disappoint. It was just such fantastic.
And then The Hobbit didn't quite deliver, did it?
Very disappointing.
Oh,
Very
so
disappointing.
long and boring.
And just so drawn out.
Yeah.
I in fact, I don't think I've actually even watched all of the
No,
films all
no,
the way
I
through,
because I gave up on Hobbit.
I didn't want it to ruin the Lord of the Rings
Totally agree.
feeling.
Okay, well, let's have a look at The Fellowship of the Ring.
The ring-bearer is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom. On you who travel with him, no oath nor bond is laid to go further than you will. Farewell. Hold to your purpose. May the blessings of elves and men and all free folk go with you.
That really makes me want to see the films again, actually. It's been a long time since I've seen
It'll
them.
probably be on this weekend.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely. So Anna, if you were going to be stuck on this desert island, which future film release would you be most sad to be missing?
Oh god, so I think the film I'm most looking forward to this year is probably the next Fantastic Beasts ones, Crimes of Grindelwald, I think it's called. Again, I'm a massive fan of the Harry Potter franchise, and I think when, a bit like The Hobbit, I guess, when the first Fantastic Beasts film came out, I think I was a bit worried that was going to be disappointing, but it was so fantastic, as the name would say, and it's just so brilliant acting, really surprising, lots of just fantastic moments, kind of quite heartfelt in places, exciting, funny. And so I've got high hopes for the next one, and I'm really excited about seeing that. And as a parent, I only ever go to the cinema with my kids these days, so that's the one that I'll be, I would be gutted if I wasn't here to see.
Right, well, let's take a look at a clip for that.
I have some questions for you, Professor.
This is a surprise.
There's a rumor that Newt Scamander is headed to Paris. I know he's working under your orders. What do you have to say for yourself, Dumbledore?
If you'd ever had the pleasure to teach him, you'd know Newt is not a great follower of orders. The time's coming, Newt, when you're gonna have to pick a side. Are you going somewhere? No, we're going somewhere. Jeez. I can't move against Grindelwald. It has to be you.
And that's released in cinemas nationwide in November.
So you've got your 4 films on this island, but we're also going to let you take your favourite cinema concession with you. What would that be?
So I would say wine, but that feels a bit perhaps unrealistic for being stranded on a desert island. So I'm going to go for the thing that I always buy when we go to the cinema, which is a family mix. So you get 2 medium soft drinks, 2 medium popcorn, sweet and salty mix would be my choice. And then you get a kids mix, which is a kind of a small popcorn, a small drink, and some sweets. So hopefully that might keep us going for a few more days.
Well, that's certainly the most extravagant answer we've had to that question. And we've put together a special Pearl and Dean pick and mix goodie bag for you to take away with you today, with all your favourite items, and also a couple of cinema tickets so that you can go and see Fantastic Beasts when it comes out in cinema.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Look forward to that.
Well, Anna, thank you so much for being our guest today
Pleasure.
on Desert Island Flicks, and we'll see you soon.